welcome along this evening to the 2013 Epsom Ewell Business Awards. It's lovely to see you all here. My name's Steve Mowbray. I'm from Radio Jackie, and I shall be looking after you all this evening, so I hope you have a good time. I'd like to thank our candidates who are here, all probably quite excited to find out how they've done. Also our judges. A lot of people put an awful lot of time into judging all the various categories that we have. Our sponsors, of course, who, well, without them this evening wouldn't happen, and of course Chris Grady, who will be speaking to us shortly. So let's get things underway. I would like to invite Simon Ofield-Kerr, who's the Vice-Chancellor of UCA, just to come down and say a few words.
Lord Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to UCA for the 2013 Epsom Ewell Business Awards. We're delighted to be hosting this year an event which has become, through its celebration of the diversity and excellence of our business community, a key fixture in the local calendar. And I'd like to congratulate all of the shortlisted businesses on reaching tonight's finals. I'm pleased to be able to announce this evening the launch of a new initiative that will enhance the development and support opportunities that UCA is able to provide for local businesses. But before I do that, just to build up a little bit of tension, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the university itself, and in particular its history in Epsom. UCA is a specialist creative arts university that is relatively new as an institution with university status, but which has been formed through the progressive merger of former colleges with long histories as part of the important 175-year history tradition of the British Art and Design School. Our campuses at Canterbury, Epsom, Farnham, Maidstone and Rochester are at the heart of diverse communities, both culturally and geographically, and themselves each form their own unique creative community where like-minded people can share in the creative process and inspire one another. The university teaches a broad range of creative disciplines, remaining committed to traditional areas such as craft at a time when many others in higher education are focusing their attention elsewhere. We pride ourselves on our world-class facilities, providing workshops for ceramics, glass, wood and metals, where students can experiment under the supervision of technicians with extensive industry experience in their field. But we are equally committed to the digital, and indeed what happens when material practices and digital come together to produce an object, a garment, a film, an image, a website, a new game that is truly extraordinary. A little bit of history. The Epsom Technical Institute and School of Art was founded in 1896 as a result of the public spirit and enterprise of a number of Epsom and Ewell citizens, and Epsom Urban District Council, which 3 years earlier had taken the first steps towards establishing further education in Epsom through a number of study classes in a range of subjects. Building started on the Institute in Church Street in September 1893 on land given by Mr. Basil Braithwaite of Hookfield, and it was opened in 1896 by former Prime Minister Lord Rosebery, who gave a speech in which he said the Institute was a means by which a man might fit himself to be a skilled artisan in his trade. William Henry Osmond was the first principal of the School of Art, serving from 1896 until 1930. That's a hugely long time. And the annual report for 1896-7 reported that there were 34 students on the register, 14 in the morning and 20 in the evening. The courses offered were shorthand, drawing, carpentry, home nursing, cookery and French. In 1930, David Birch became principal of the School of Art and remained in post until 1961. In 1957, the School of Art was providing vocational and cultural education for some 100 full-time and 1,200 part-time students. That's an amazing figure. In 1961, a proposal for a new School of Art to be built on Heathcote Road was made by David Birch, who was succeeded as principal by Robert Strand the same year. Strand remained in the role until 1970, and throughout this period, historical and contextual forms of study were added to the curriculum as a direct result of the Coldstream Report of 1960. The new Epsom School of Art and Design was opened on this site on Thursday the 26th of April 1973, becoming part of the Surrey Institute of Art and Design in 1994 and the University College for the Creative Arts in 2005. Full university title followed in 2008, and our first Chancellor, Zandra Rose, who is still our Chancellor, was installed in 2010. Now, a key feature of our courses, and actually a key feature of this long history of British art and design education, is the links with industry, both in terms of professional and industry-based practice of our staff and the opportunities that we are able to provide for students who undertake live group projects, work placements and internships. I am delighted to announce that the university will be further developing its business engagement with the launch of the UCA Design Business Institute, a new initiative that draws upon a well-established expertise in creative business education to promote the value of our business graduates to the sector, and which firmly places the focus of the university's business engagement activity here in Epsom. Over many years, UCA has been producing graduates across a number of subjects that make a significant and groundbreaking contribution to business and the creative economy, through their work for companies locally, nationally and internationally, and through their direct contribution as sole traders and the founders of cutting-edge and innovative SMEs. In fact, some 18% of UCA graduates go on to establish their own business. At current figures, that's more than 200 startups per year, a substantial and growing addition to the creative business ecology of the UK and overseas. One of the first steps in establishing the Institute has been the relocation of our successful MBA in Creative Industries Management to this campus, providing businesses in Epsom and Ewell with a local option for undertaking leadership and strategic skills development. The MBA was the first creative industry-focused qualification of its kind in the UK, established in 2005. Its particular focus on the development of the creative sector and its management will be of great appeal to those in leadership positions in SMEs, or to those who aspire to holding such a position or starting up a business of their own. The UCA Design Business Institute will seek to work closely with members of the business community to provide access to innovative business education, including standalone options in entrepreneurship, core business skills, innovation and strategic management, as well as providing local entrepreneurs and business people with access to a vital program, a public program of events, including talks by leading thinkers in creative business and networking opportunities throughout the year. It will also provide opportunities to support internships and placements and to undertake business analysis and development activities with our students and graduates. Development of the Institute will be led through close interaction with business leaders and design thinkers and strategists to ensure that this program is current and responsive to business priorities. I hope this brief introduction has provided an insight into the ways in which UCA can support you and your business. We are delighted to be able to share in this celebration of your success and wish you a hugely enjoyable evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you to UCA for having us here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to invite the Right Honourable Chris Grading, MP for Epsom and Ewell, to address you.
First of all, to Simon and to UCA for hosting tonight's event. I think you'll agree this is a pretty special venue. It is actually a great institution, UCA. It generates some amazing creative talent here. If you walk around the building and see some of the artwork, some of the design work, some of the computer-based design work, it really is a hotbed of creativity in a sector that's so important for the country. So Simon, thank you for what you're doing, but also thank you for hosting tonight. I'd also just like to say a word of thanks to all of our sponsors. You'll be seeing each of them in turn as they come out for their awards, but most have actually seen this through. These awards are now in their third year. They began really as an idea about how to help businesses at the tail end of the recession. And I hope have grown into something that is now an annual celebration of business success in our area. And the sponsors have seen us through all of that time. I'm very grateful to all of you. Can I thank Sarah, who has been working immensely hard. Most of you will have met Sarah now to make this evening work. It is a lot of work across the year, a lot of work to get the awards going. and would not happen without her. And I thank Steve for being here tonight to preside over the event. And really this is all about, our area, it's very easy to think of this area as just commuter belt. It's very easy to think of it as just a place people get up in the morning, go to the station, get on the train and end up in central London. But as all of you know, who are involved in business around here, it's an awful lot more than that. There are a lot of hidden gems of business, a lot of emerging and thriving businesses, a lot of long-standing and very successful businesses, and actually it is a very strong area commercially. And this is meant to be an occasion to celebrate some of the best of our businesses, the people who are really achieving, the people who've started new businesses and made their mark in the last 12 months, the people who are rated by the community and by their customers. And celebrating all of that is very much what this evening is all about. So we will now move on to go through the list of winners. And what I would say to all of you here tonight that we've got our nominees, 3 for each category. There's been a lot of head scratching amongst the judges, and I'd also say a big thank you to all of the judges who, again, many of whom have been doing this since the start. It's always a challenging process. There's even a couple of tie breaks this year, so the judges have struggled to work out which of some excellent businesses to pick as the winners. What I would say is everybody here tonight's a winner. There is something for everybody to put up in the window or on the wall, whether or not you are the chosen one. Every one of you in the nominations is a successful winner. Every one of you should be proud of what you've achieved and the regard you're held in your community.
Our first award this evening is the Best Business in Ashtead. Could I ask Andrew Robertson from Ashtead Hospital, who's our sponsor for this. Four Gables Dining Group. Take a young talented chef with a mix, a flock of ducks and a million bees and an orchard. How do we know it's a million bees? What it says here. You'll get Four Gables Dining Group, a cookery school and high-end fine dining events company. Jackie Quinn Estate Agents. This creative and forward-thinking company was set up by Jackie Quinn almost 20 years ago. Professionalism and honesty are the foundations of their success. Situated in the heart of the village, they are also multiple award winners for both customer service in sales and lettings. And finally, Bike Beams. Winner of the Best New Business 2012, Jamie Chisholm has created a thriving cycling community for miles around. Cycling really is the buzzword at the moment. The Bike Beans is a unique concept. It's cafe meets cycling. It offers delicious food, cycling and pasta nights, and puncture clinics. Well, it's important, isn't it? And it's for all ages. And the winner is the Four Gables Dining Group.
Well done. Congratulations. Thank you.
No, I'd just like to say it's a great pleasure to be involved in these awards again. Ashtead Hospital is thrilled to be here. Well, that's me, really. Yes. And to award the Best Business in Ashtead, well, actually it has to be the second best business in Ashtead, because clearly Ashtead Hospital is the best business in Ashtead. The prize we gave was a free health check to the winner. Really just to ensure they can come back next year. Have a good evening.
So on to the next award. This is Best Business in Epsom and Epsom Downs. Could I invite Sonia from the Ashley Centre to come forward, please, who's our sponsor? Did you want to say a few words?
No.
No, you sure? Look of fear on the lady's face. Hobbledown Children's Farm. Newly opened in July 2012, Hobbledown have taken the best bits from your typical children's farm and they've mixed it up with adventurous and challenging play. It's the only farm of its kind in the UK and attracts an amazing 270,000 visitors per year and has created 90 new jobs. Cairds Estate Agents. Now, next year, Cairds Estate Agents will celebrate their 20th anniversary. Starting from humble beginnings, it now has a staff of 22, all of whom live locally. It's also the winner of multiple awards over the years. Cairds has seen a 29% increase in sales volume over the past year. I actually thought it was 29% over the past 2 weeks with what's been going on, but anyway. Despite the well-publicised issues with the housing market, they continue to work very hard in the local area with sales and with lettings. Chapters Cafe, located in both the Evesham and Rainbow Centre. Chapters is a real favourite of the local community. It's one of the oldest independent cafes in Epsom. The cafe also offers catering. Nothing too big, nothing too small. You can speak to them afterwards if you have something coming up. The winner for 2013, I'm proud to say, is Hobble Down Children's Fund. Next this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we have the best businesses in Ewell and Stoneleigh. Could I invite Diane O'Shaw over, please? She's already on the way. Would you like to say something, Diane? You sure? You really? You'd love to say something, wouldn't you? Oh.
But actually, Steve, before you start, I'm going to say just something extra. You may see these that I'm handing out as well. And we're going to invite all the sponsors, a few extra prizes, and the sponsors who've provided those, as Ashton Hospital did, do please explain your prize so that we can know how generous you've been. But these are complimentary memberships. The certificate's going to the winner's complimentary membership of the Chambers of Commerce to say thank you very much to the Chambers team. So that's before you carry on.
So, best business in Ewell and Stoneleigh. From this moment, bridal studio. Let's tell you a bit about them. I think they're sitting over there. A well-established, family-orientated business based in Ewell for 8 years. They are true experts at finding the perfect dress to ensure the perfect day. Customer service is key, although apparently you do get a few repeat customers, is that right? Brides coming back for the second or possibly even the third time. Always there to help. They don't mind how many times you get. The more the merrier. Cottage Hair Lounge. Step over the threshold. That little word. Oh, you get better than that. Step over the threshold to this newly opened salon, housed in the 18th century cottage. You'll be met by co-owners Jackie and Sally and their team, who are the finest ambassadors of good-looking hair. No, they didn't do mine, that's it. Already voted Independent Salon of the Year by the Epsom and Sutton Guardian. They have a bright future indeed. And Fresh Coffee Direct. Now, Richard started this business back in 2010, serving and making fresh coffee at the customer's workplace. So much more than just your average food van, I think you'll find. Qualified staff use mobile espresso machines to serve piping hot coffee and gourmet food. And tomorrow he's promised to pop into Radio Jackie, around about 2 o'clock. The winner for 2013, ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for Cottage Hair
Well done, congratulations. Well done, congratulations.
Next, best new business. It's a tough time to start a new business. I take my hat off to anyone at the moment. We all know that it involves a lot of hard work, creative thinking, and a little bit of courage. So well done to all of our nominees. Could I invite the best of Epsom Ewell, Nigel?
At the best of Epsom Ewell, we're proud to be working with the very best local businesses, raising their profile in the local community, and we are pleased to be able to support the Excellence Awards. Chris's fantastic initiative, and since its inception, and we will continue to do so in the future. It has been a pleasure to work with last year's winner of the new business category, Jamie Chisholm of Bike Bean Cycle Cafe in Ashton, helping him with the cafe's development. And I'm very pleased to say we're again offering a prize of 12 months free membership of the best of, so that we can help this year's winner to greater success.
Thank you. Thank you. And let's find out who that's going to be. Some fabulous nominees here. Diggers and Dozers. They're kind of the top gear of the construction equipment industry. They have an online TV channel dedicated to diggers and dozers and construction equipment. Since its launch 3 months ago, the channel has a following. It's quite staggering. 15,000 viewers regularly tuning in more than 80 countries, and it's recently won the coveted B2 award for the use of video photography. Our next nominee is the Cottage Hair Lounge. We've already heard about Jackie and Sally and their team. And another little room. And thirdly, Once Upon a Time Soft Play. Now, these guys, where was that? I missed that one. Where was it? These guys opened in January of this year. Louise Henson has already won over the mums of Epsom with 13,000 visitors since opening. Oh yeah, I have to get a round of applause. Apparently it's not only the kids that have fun, but the mums get to be pampered as well. It's a jolly good idea. Our winner for 2013, I'm very pleased to say, is Once Upon a Time Soft Play.
That's your trophy.
Next this evening is our best creative business, and our sponsor for this, who else could it be really? Could I invite Simon from UCA to come back, and or is he going to send one of his colleagues? He's nodding at a colleague. Okay. Second-hand Dance, voted Best Entrepreneur in 2011 and shortlisted for Best Commitment to the Community in 2012. Sophie's business has gone from strength to strength, working on projects, commissions, collaborations and securing grants and getting dads to dance. Not this dad. Her creative expertise is simply outstanding. Surrey Framers. I read that as farmers earlier on, I'm thinking. Surrey Framers, offering a truly tailored service with superb craftsmanship. Now, James is a Fine Art Trade Guild commended framer. That's the professional qualification that distinguishes skilled framers from the semi-skilled. The business also sells some Christmas gift ideas here, some rather unusual items that have been framed, including bus blinds, who knew, vintage film posters and some Tintin 1950s lithographs. Venti Media, a young team of creatives specialising in providing a fresh solution to any media project, web design, music recording and production. That's ambitious, there's a lot of work there, I can tell you that. They even have their very own music room to ensure the perfect results, from rehearsals to recordings. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our winners, Second Hand Dance.
There you go. Congratulations.
Next this evening we have Best Young Entrepreneur, and if I could invite Mark Bogard from the National Counties Building Society. Did you want to say a few words, Mark?
I suppose I should just apologise generally for the high profile that the mutual sector has at the moment. Normally we like to keep a lower profile. I thought my chairman was a dull, boring accountant who lives up the road, but I'm going to find out what she's been up to at the weekend. We're very proud to sponsor the Young Entrepreneur Award. I've always thought that entrepreneurship is something that is inherent in people who are not necessarily academically gifted or good at sport or anything, but they're just very good at business. So often you see that at a pretty young age. So that's why we're very proud to sponsor this award.
Thank you.
Let's look at our candidates. First of all, Best Young Entrepreneur. Donna Barham. Now, Donna opened Skyra Beauty 2 years ago. She holds a postgraduate diploma from International Dermal Institute, which is recognised worldwide. Her holistic approach, dedication to her customers and their ever-changing requirements is the basis of the success of her and her business. Demand has led to the salon opening late, not 1 night a week, but 3 nights a week, so jolly good. Next, David Gillett. for Gable's Dining Room. Now, winner of last year's Best Young Entrepreneur Award, David not only passes his culinary skills onto his students, but he has his first cookery book published this year, just in time for Christmas, and is a regular on a BBC radio show. Oh, anyway, and he's a regular contributor to the BBC Radio Surrey, and he even found time, with all that going on, to get married recently, so well done, David. Lastly, Luke Beresford Ward, Jeannie's Lamp. Now, Luke has created a strong local business for local businesses, 90 customers to date. He specialises in offering personal creative services in graphic design, website design and print management. Keeping up to date with the latest technology, he is passionate about helping their customers to get their communication right. Please welcome our winner for 2013, Donna Barham.
Congratulations, well done.
The next is Best for Commitment to the Community, and the sponsor of this award are a local firm of solicitors, TWM. I'd like to invite Anne Fowler, please. Hello, Anne.
Thank you. Yes, TWM solicitors are delighted to sponsor this award. I think a community, we probably all agree, works best when the business community and the local residents are connected together. And judging from the entries in this award, there's obviously plenty of that going on in Epsom, which is probably why it's such a great place. So we're very pleased to sponsor this. Thank you.
Rosebery Housing Association, Epsom Ewell's largest provider of affordable housing, don't just provide homes, they look outside to invest in the wealth, health and well-being of the community, investing £1.2 million in playgrounds, pathways, computers, in children's centres, to name but just a few. Secondly, Epsom Dental Care. Now, they've established close ties with schools and nurseries. They give regular talks to children about good dental care. They have also recently donated £800 of maths and English books to Epsom Primary School to help their students with their studies. And lastly, what's on in Epsom? A simple idea, bringing the community together. Paul Taylor has set up this social media site. The page highlights everything from local events to train delays, linking businesses together and spreading the word. Our winner, I'm very pleased to say, is What's On in Epsom.
Well done. Congratulations. Thank you. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Next, we have the one that all the judges fight over doing. It's the best restaurant or pub. Could I invite Sean and Joyce, please, from 143 The Canopy to come down, our sponsors for this.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. It's a privilege for 143 The Canopy to sponsor the event this year, having been winner and finalist over the last 2 years. And it gave us a few reason to gain a few inches on our waistline.
Our finalist this evening, Chalk Lane Hotel, offers a truly fine dining experience using the finest ingredients, accompanied by superb customer service. The Gardu Mediterranean Bar and Grill, the cuisine at Gardu is based around the warmth and energy of its open flame charcoal grill, creating warm Mediterranean feel all year round. Highly rated on service, food, atmosphere and the professional, friendly staff. And lastly, the Bamboo Basket. Now, Bamboo Basket opened in 2011 to sell loose leaf tea and homemade Chinese buns. Demand has led to the opening of a seating area and a full menu based on rice and noodles. Bamboo Basket is the only restaurant in Epsom, wow, with a Surrey County Council Eat Out, Eat Well Gold Award. So well done to them for that. We have our winner for 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and congratulate the Garlu Mediterranean Bar and Grill.
The Garlu team are not able to with us tonight, but Nigel Stickland, who is a neighbour and regular customer,
This evening is the best business personality. Could I invite Thomas Rosell from Toyota, please? Louise Henson, once upon a time soft play. A natural businesswoman with a keen eye for the smallest detail. Louise understands the customer's needs and has a wonderful rapport with staff, colleagues, customers. Winners of the Mumsnet Best Party Award 2013 for the South East. Simon Caird. Simon Caird, estate agents, a risk taker. Simon opened his estate agency at the height of the recession. His truly entrepreneurial spirit has built a leading local business, working harder and longer than anybody else. He's the only agent in Epsom to be awarded the prestigious Guild of Professional Estate Agents. And lastly, David Gillett, Four Gables Food Academy, becoming something of a local celebrity along with his radio show. David has performed. So who hasn't got a radio show? David has performed demos in Lakeland's Bake Off, the Ashley Centre, and advises young farmers on using their own homegrown produce. For 2013, ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate our winner, Simon Caird. Thank you, well. Lastly, we move to the top prize, which is the best overall business. The winners of this prize win £1,000 advertising on Radio Jackie. We're very pleased to give you that. Also, a year's membership of the Federation of Small Businesses, a trip to the House of Commons, and a cup of tea, if you ask nicely, and membership of the Federation of Small Businesses, I believe. Is that right? I'm going to ask Chris to announce our...
and I just want to say a couple of words before we start. First of all, thank you to all the winners, and commiserations, but also congratulations to all of the runners-up, because as I said tonight, everyone is a winner. These awards, I'm sorry to say, though, I have to confess there have been a couple of tie-breaks, as I said earlier, this year. I don't pick any of the winners. I don't do the nominees, I don't choose the ones who are nominated, and I don't pick the winners, except this final one, where Sean Duggan and I and the team from Radio Jackie will put our heads together and looked at all this year's winners. And what we try and do is pick somebody, or pick a business that's really made its mark in the area, that's had an impact over a period of time, somebody who really stands out for having made a real difference. And this year, we've gone for someone who's been a bit of a regular at these awards, but that's because it's a really good business and it's really caught the attention in the area. And so, Rosie, second-hand dance.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, well done.
Just because he's really, the Radio Jackie team are a double act and been very generous in the advertising. Can I thank Tony as well, who's sitting in the front row, for the support for both of you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sarah. This lady here put all this together. Can we have a little round of applause? Is that with the help of your daughter?
She doesn't talk to me, let alone help me.
I'd like to invite the Federation of Small Businesses on stage now, who would like to say a few words and make a presentation to you, if we could invite them down.
I think I'm another one with an loud voice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, Chris, for giving us this opportunity. The Federation of Small Businesses obviously is here to support small businesses, and also we're a lobbying group as well. So we would like to present a certificate to Francis Rutter of the Council as a thank you from the traders and the Federation for helping us arrange some free parking to encourage trade. So if we may give you this to you. And I think I've just done everything in the wrong order, haven't I? Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, my Cherry is our... I've forgotten what you are now.
Okay, I'm the National Board Chairman for the Federation. I'm delighted to be down here supporting you all tonight. Keep Trade Local, as many of you know, is our flagship campaign, and it really does highlight the need for people to be trading locally. The Council's supporting the 4 Sundays leading up to Christmas in December with free parking. That's one of our biggest issues, and my congratulations to the Council for actually taking that on board and supporting local businesses in that way. It's not just about retail though, it's about wider small businesses in the community, because what is spent in the community remains in the community. And I'm delighted to say that Sue and the team down here are also supporting and sponsoring Young Enterprise, and I'd like to invite Jared Fox to come down, please.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am a local advisor to Young Enterprise. I'm also a national trustee, and for my sins, I'm Surrey Chair. For those of you who don't know, Young Enterprise has a programme from all the way up from 9 years old to 25 years old of students and youngsters to learn about enterprise, business, and the skills that they need to go into employment later on. We've got 250,000 kids going through our programmes this year, and in Epsom alone, we've got about 7 companies running from local schools, and some of the companies are actually here today. If you're wondering why I'm holding these, we have a beanie company outside who are making very nice beanies, and the bag company as well. So do go and see the companies outside. They spend the year creating a product, whether it's it might be an app or a bag or whatever, and then trying to make a real business and really get going and make sales and make profits. And they keep the cash that they make, and they learn so much about teamwork and education, about enterprise, and about working in a group that isn't led by a teacher, which is so vital for them at that sort of age. We're delighted that the Federation of Small Businesses has chosen us as one of its charities for the next 3 years, so a great thank you to them. We are a charity, we cannot function without the support of institutions like the FSB, and also institutions like you guys in terms of the volunteers that you provide. I go into a company once a week for the school year, and we might spend an hour in that company each week. And it's only by helping them and steering them away from the cataclysmic car crashes that some of them want to get into, and just nurturing their enthusiasm and their skill base, that these guys learn so much and are ready for the workplace in a couple of years' time. So if I can ask anybody here who thinks that they might have occasionally the odd hour in a week to come and spend, or maybe a day here and there, because we do one-day programmes as well in the schools, that would be really brilliant. If you can see me me, or we've got Lynn, Lynn who's at the front there, who's an employee of Young Enterprise and runs this area, and she'll be very happy to help, or indeed I would, to help you do that. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you again, FSB, for the support that you give us, and please go and buy bags and beanies as well while you're here. And thank you to Sarah and Chris. Chris is a great sponsor of Young Enterprise as well, and is indeed presenting this local area awards for us in our finals, which will be in March. So thank you very much.
I think you should have the beanie hat on.
God, I'm brave enough, it doesn't matter. There we go. Last one. Thank you very much. That's the one that'll end up in the paper, isn't it?
No choice.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
That's almost it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you ever so much. We've thanked the organisers, we've thanked our sponsors. Running a small local business is never easy, particularly at the moment. We should know Radio Jackie's been a small local business now since 1969 on and off. We know about hard work and determination. It's lovely to come together to celebrate it here, and I very much look forward to next year. I'd like to thank you all for coming. As Chris said, you can only have one gold medal, but I think well done to all of our medalists. I take my hat off to you all this evening. I have some good news. There's some more food and drink outside. That's all the smiles of a few faces. So just to round things off, I would just like to invite Chris to come back to the stage just to close the proceedings this evening.
Right, let's finish with some homework for you all. Because we will do this again next year. And I hope that all of you, those who've won, will go away and nominate your suppliers and your business partners and so forth. Those that have come here as sponsors and supporters and members of the community will think, we'll watch out for next year's nominees. We've very deliberately, as you've probably spotted this year, changed the focus slightly, so it's a bit more geographic, so there's a bit more local ownership, having best business in Epsom and Epsom Downs, best business in Stanley and Ewell and so forth. And we'll carry on doing that next year, so keep an eye out in whichever part of the area you live in for the business you'd like to nominate. And let's hope we can all regroup here next year. I'm sure we'll have one or two of our winners this year and our nominees back again next year. We've seen there's been a few familiar faces returning to win awards again this year. Many congratulations to Rosie, who has made a hat-trick of awards and nominations. We wish you all the very best for your business. But otherwise, just thank you very much all of you for coming in. Please, there's an awful lot of food out there, so go and take advantage. But thank you all for coming.